There's an old saying, if the truth is hard to say, deliver it through another story. The message, when it's difficult to correct someone directly, it's often more effective to help them reflect by referencing something or someone else. So how can you help your college student or job-seeking young adult reflect without triggering resistance? At this stage in life, they've developed a sense of identity. That means direct advice, however well-intended, can easily be taken as pressure or even a blow to self-esteem. Instead, indirect communication, using gentle metaphors or stories, tends to be far more effective. Backed by psychology and education. 1. Self-determination theory. People are more motivated and take more responsibility when they feel they're making their own choices. Present advice is a suggestion or analogy, not a directive. It gives your child the space to choose and own their decisions. 2A. Indirect modeling. Rather than correcting them outright, share a third-person story, parable, or real-life example. This lowers resistance and promotes internal reflection. Through self-identification. 3. Internalization support. Your goal isn't to impose your values, but to help your child internalize those values themselves. Shift the focus from your judgment to their independent thinking. Real-life examples for different situations. If your child is procrastinating their job search, instead of, "You've had enough fun, start job hunting," try saying, "A friend of mine said her son waited too long to apply because he thought he had time, but then his dream company suddenly posted a job and he wasn't ready." Opportunities don't always wait, do they? This gently encourages awareness of timing without blaming. If your child lacks interview confidence, instead of, "Why are you always so timid?" try saying, "I remember being so nervous before an interview that I barely said a word. Later, the interviewer told me, 'You don't have to be perfect, just confident.' That stuck with me." A story like this helps your child realize that confidence often matters more than flawless answers. If your child is only aiming for top companies, instead of, "The world doesn't revolve around your dream job," try saying, "I saw this YouTuber who started in a small company. They built skills, built a name for themselves, and eventually got hired by Google. It reminded me that your first job isn't your forever job." This helps reframe success as growth, not status. If your child doesn't seem prepared for the job market, instead of, "Do you even want a job?" try, "I've come to believe that opportunities go to those who are prepared." This helps them reflect without feeling attacked. If your child lacks self-confidence, instead of, "Why do you always look unsure of yourself?" try, "Someone once said, the person who speaks with confidence is always more persuasive." That really stayed with me. Empowers them without shaming their hesitation. If your child is being too picky, instead of, "Get real about the job market," try, "There was someone who started at a small local firm and eventually outgrew it into something amazing." The first step doesn't define the journey, encourages a mindset of opportunity and growth. A thought for every parent. At this stage, your child isn't looking for the right answer, they're searching for direction. As a parent, you don't need to be the commander, just be their compass. So if you believe that warmth, story, and wisdom are stronger than pressure, subscribe below for more reflections inspired by the timeless teachings of Eastern philosophy and the insights of modern psychology. See you in the next video.